Hey, folks. Andrew here. Popcorn and whiskey, Saturday night. I am the face who runs the place. Welcome. All right. Got the headphones on today. We're rocking and rolling today. Let me do a few things while we're getting this thing on the go. Come over here over to Facebook. I wish I didn't have to do this every time, but it seems like I have to do this every time. It's because Facebook and StreamYard don't like to play well together. So I got to change a couple of settings in the Facebook. And then when I write a comment, I have to come and put it in the Facebook group as well, because again, StreamYard and Facebook don't play together. Now, you have to excuse me. I have this cough. It's this lingering cough I have going on today. It's been going on all day, and so far I haven't been getting rid of it. But we have something to put here just in case. Here we go. Salute. Here we go. Cheers. All right, we'll give people a few seconds to get on. I said I'm coming on at 9:15, and it's a little earlier. And the reason for it is there is a new television program on Saturday nights. Yeah, this is how my life is. Saturday night, I don't. Excuse me. That will be annoying. Sorry about that. I will be. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the television program that we have going on. Uh-oh. Did something just happen here? Did I just lose something? No, I didn't. Maybe I did lose something there. We'll see. Okay. The television program is on TNT. It's the All Elite Wrestling, AEW's new show that they have on 9 o'clock on Saturday evenings. And my boy CM Punk is on there. Love me some CM Punk. And I thought he was going to come up in the opening segment and do what he does best. He's a great voice man, great on the mic, and I wanted to see that, but it didn't start with him. They started with a couple of ladies, rather larger ladies as well, but they are athletic. So there you go. So I guess he'll be on later. So we will have to maybe not watch CM Punk, or maybe he's just going to be on later on and do some commentary, or maybe some wrestling. He wrestled a good match last week. Anyway, we will be discussing different things today. Some of the things, as you can see on the side here, I have movies, current events, weird stuff, fitness and health, may get into that, personal, and the coffee and drink. If you were on here last night, you probably saw how I was doing a couple of new things with the coffee and the drink. If you weren't, so be it. Okay. So that's the order we're going to do things. And also, I have something different because in the past, I've done my what I call Twitter scroll, where I go down Twitter and comment on different things on my Twitter feed. Well, that's mostly political. Why? I don't know. I don't post anything political. I post everything health and fitness, but I have political stuff wazoo out the Facebook feed. Excuse me, the what's it called? Twitter feed. So I'm going to do something different. We're gonna do a YouTube Shorts scroll tonight. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be different and with my commentary in there. So we'll see if we can pull that off. That ought to be interesting. Also, don't have any popcorn with me tonight. The reason being is long day, did different things, and did not eat dinner until late. And right now I am full. I had a nice big old turkey and cheese in a sandwich. Yum, 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 yum. It was delicious. Loved it. So that's why I'm not having any popcorn right now. But who knows? Come midnight, I might have popcorn. I doubt I'll still be broadcasting at midnight. But if I am, we will have popcorn together. Yes, it is that simple. Okay. So, all right. So I will give it a couple more minutes and I'm going to get into the movies. And as I said yesterday, I was going to try to see the Flash movie today, or I don't know if it's called the Flash movie or just Flash, the movie, or what, but the Marvel superhero movies with the Flash guy, the guy who can run really fast. Did not get a chance to see it today. No, didn't get a chance to see it today. Did not want to venture out to the movie theater. Why? Because I was doing stuff to about mid-afternoon, And then I just want to put my feet up because it was hot outside. Just want to put my feet up. Felicia, hello. Hey, I missed you last night, Felicia. Nice of you to be here. So enjoy. And if you want to join me, I put a link in there for the come on and join me live. I put a microphone. I have a good microphone and a camera. And the microphone you sent me a message with yesterday sounded pretty good. I don't know if you just talked into your phone or not, but it sounded really well. But come on over. No, you do not have to have a drink. You can if you want to. Speaking of drinks, I'll go ahead and put this up here now. I have something different y'all can check out. Want to buy me a drink? All right. Felicia, just my phone last night. All right, no problem. It sounded really good. All right, you can buy me a drink. Excuse me. If you go to andrewpoletto.com/drink, and I will actually go show you what that is all about. And okay, how do I do this? Oh yeah, do this. Go to share screen. Do that. And StreamYard has to make me do it like this. Okay, so this page, this is my coffee page or Ko-Fi or however you want to pronounce it. But I just say you can buy me a drink. You can come over here, buy me a drink if you want to. $5, buy me a drink. And the object is, or the objective is, my ultimate goal is to get new cameras and new setup in here to make my live streaming even better. And because I want to upgrade my equipment. Microphone's fine. I have the microphones that I want at this point. Camera, not so much, not so fine. But it's good. It's getting there. So if you check it out, buy me a drink. Just come over here, andrewpoletto.com/drink. Buy me a drink. You can use your PayPal, I do believe, and go for it that way. And I will be finishing out this page little by little, but that's what it's all about. So I will put that up there periodically, and we can go from there. And I thought somebody had popped on. It was me. I had two screens of myself. I was like, holy moly, somebody's coming on with me. So there you go. Come over there and go to andrewpoletto.com/drink and buy me a drink. Okay. All right. And yes, camera goes there. Okay. There you go. See, because what I have to make my own templates, if you will. This is the technology part of what's going on here behind the scenes. This is so to make my own templates, so you can see me in this box, and on this side over here, you can see stuff that I write on there. And then if I put something where I am, you're going to see me go to the top box over there. All right. Matter of fact, if I think I just go like this, yeah, and that way, this was a note to me which says camera video goes here. So when the video or when I share my screen, it's going to go here. But when I don't, I will go there. See how that makes sense? And just my way of keeping things simplistic. Okay. Also, if you're here for the first time, thank you very much. Hi, Brenda. Hey, all right. So Brenda, if you didn't check it out yet, andrewpoletto.com/drink. You can buy me a drink over there. That's right. Brand new thing going on over there. Also, who's ever watching right now, if you can, let me get to it here. I have a phone number. That's right. The phone number you can call 765-505-7348. That's 7FIT 7348. I think, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think if you call, I can put you live on air. So if somebody's brave enough to call and try this, we'll go that route. No, you will not be on video. It will just be like you're calling me on a telephone. That goes to my Google Voice line. So I'm putting that out there, trying different things. So if somebody wants to call and try it, be the guinea pig for me here. We'll see if I have it all hooked up right. I guess there's a trick to doing this, which I didn't know, and I already had it all hooked up. The little mixer that I have. I tell you what, I get into the little technology part of things. I bought a podcasting system set up about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, And this little bugger is powerful. I mean, it's a little mixer, and the microphone I had at the time was fantastic, and I upgraded the microphone. But this little mixer is able to do a lot of things, and one of the things is this phone call. So, if somebody wants to call, Felicia, you want to call? Brenda, you want to call? Try it 765-505-7348. That's 7FIT, FIT. So there you go. We'll put you on. And if you just want to say, hey, how you doing? You think I'm sexy or what have you, and that'll be it. So I just want to see if people can hear it on the other side. And if you don't, that's fine too. But I'll come back and put it on again later. Right here, take that off. Boom. There. Okay. So the movie I want to talk about tonight, as I was telling you about earlier, I did not get a chance to go to the theaters today, but I did watch a movie, an older movie. Most people have seen this movie. Proper English. Most people have seen this movie. My Cousin Vinny. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, wait, allow.
Hey, it's Felicia.
Hey, I don't know if people can hear it or not. I hope they can. Wait a second here. I want to see if I can put it through my headphones. Wow. Hey, this is all right. Uh-oh. So
is it working?
Can you, I don't know if the trick is for you, Felicia, because there's going to be a little bit of a delay. If you're listening to it online, you can't do both at the same time.
I know, unless I use my other phone. So
okay,
I had to hang up online to call.
Brenda just said she can hear her. All right. So this does work. All right.
Okay.
So I have a call-in line now. Great.
Yay. Well, I did my job. I was your guinea pig.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, while you're on here,
you're welcome.
Don't you, and forgive me if I'm wrong here, but don't you have a business or something that maybe you want to plug your business? Don't you do something online? Am I thinking?
I do.
Okay.
I sell Mary Kay.
Oh, there you go. And how can somebody get a hold of you? Since you're my guinea pig, I want to give you free advertising on my show. All right. So
look at you. Okay. They can look me up online, Felicia Shannon, FELICEA, SHANNON, or call me 330-754-5577.
There you go. All right, folks. Mary Kay right there. That's your hookup. I knew she had something going on.
And I earned a free car in 15 weeks, and I earned a second free car 7 weeks later, so I can help others do
Whoa. Did you say a free car as an automobile?
A free car and free insurance as well, yes.
Don't you have to sell like a gazillion dollars to do that?
I sold quite a bit and built a team very fast. It was so easy.
Wow. Is our mutual friend Anita part of your team?
Yep, she is.
Okay. Yeah. I hope she's kicking it, because I know I see her advertising all the time. No, I don't buy a whole lot of makeup, or I'd buy. So there you go. So
we have a men's line.
Well, what makeup do men wear? I don't know too many men that wear makeup.
Skincare.
Like what? My skincare is soap in the shower.
A face wash, shower gel.
It's called soap. It's called Irish Spring soap.
Well, I guess that works too. But if you want to support your friends, then
you never know.
You would appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So there you go. So folks, if you're watching this and you need to contact her, you can always contact me, and I can forward a message over to her, and she can help you get a new car. Is yours pink?
Yeah. Nope, not yet. It's just a black Equinox.
Not yet. Are you wanting to paint it pink?
No, I'm going to get a pink Escalade soon.
Wow, you like Miss Mary Kay.
I am.
Good for you. Wow.
It's fun.
Yeah. A little bit of background, folks, for me and Felicia. We were maid of honor, best man at a mutual friend's wedding. So there you go. This was
how long time ago.
What year was that? Was it 98, 99? What year was that? Do you remember?
98, 97, maybe?
Something like that.
It wasn't 99.
Yeah.
It was 97 or 98. Long time ago.
Did you know the story about the snake that day?
Which one? No,
Which
I
one?
didn't.
Okay, folks, the people who are listening, this is a funny story. And I'm not going to mention the other people's names. Well, I can't. We mentioned Anita earlier, and my buddy Kenny, who came on here several months ago for our Daytona thing with me. So, and they had a log cabin at the time. I mean, a literal log cabin in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And Kenny had a big old pet snake. He kept in an aquarium. Kenny's a good old Georgia boy, Southern boy, and I called him an idiot for having a snake in the house. But that morning, him and I were hanging out, putting the last finishing touches on the wedding. It was a very small outside wedding, very nice. And him and I went to breakfast. And he was saying, "Man, I got to do something with the snake because my future mother-in-law is petrified. Come to the house with a snake on it." I said, "Dude, put the snake in the back room, cover it with a cloth or something, or a sheet, and tell her you put it at a friend's house." He looked at me, he goes, "I can do that." I'm like, "I don't know if you can or not. That's what I would do." And he ended up doing that. So we didn't have to worry about the snake.
That is hilarious. I didn't know that, or I may not have ever sat inside the house.
I don't even know if Anita knows that. I'm sure Kenny will remember it. You got to get him on the line one of these nights. That would have been funny. Yeah,
we'll have to.
we can tell several stories about that weekend, I'm sure. And just, I have other stories I could tell.
I was just shy back then. I was real shy, so I didn't talk much back then.
And you're out of your shell now, is that it?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Several years later.
Okay. Now, where are you located?
Just a few years.
Where are you located? If you don't mind saying. If you don't want to say, don't say. Ohio.
That's okay. I'm in Ohio. I'm about 45 minutes from Cleveland.
Which direction?
Between Columbus and Cleveland. I
used to live in Broadview Heights.
Oh.
I'm sure you know where Broadview Heights is, which is south of Cleveland.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, Seven Hills and Broadview Heights. Oh, yeah, I used to live there for about a year and a half, 2 years. Yeah.
Wow, no idea.
I worked in Independence. Cool. Yeah.
Nice.
So a man of versatile demographics here. Indiana, Ohio, Florida, you name it, I was all around. So there you go.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'm going to let you finish your podcast and I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Talk to you later.
All right. You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was too cool. All right. So thank you, Felicia. All right. So My Cousin Vinny. That's right. That's a movie I watched again today as we're talking about my cousin movies. And I want to talk about My Cousin Vinny for a few minutes. Those who don't know what My Cousin Vinny is, which I don't think there's too many people our age who has never heard of my age, who hasn't heard of My Cousin Vinny. Basically, and I'll just read you the about blurb in the IMDb thingy here. Okay, let me get it here. The IMDb, My Cousin Vinny. 2 New Yorkers accused of murder in a rural Alabama while on the way back to college call in the help of one of their cousins, a loudmouth lawyer with no trial experience. And the hilarities ransack from there on. Starring Joe Pesci, Marissa Tomei, hot, and Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid fame. There you go. And so Ralph Macchio, why he got third billing on that, I don't know, because of Fred Munster, Fred Gwynn, Herman Munster, excuse me, Fred Gwynn got the should be the third bill on that one. And he was the judge. But anyway, all kinds of shenanigans happen when we take a New York lawyer into a small podunk Alabama city town. A lot of different things happen. It is a fun movie. There's a lot of cussing in there, hence the R-rated version. I also think Marissa Tomei, did I say she's hot? Marissa Tomei, I thought she overplayed her part. That's just me, but she actually won an Academy Award for Best Actress in a supporting role for that movie. Yeah, she won. Unless I'm reading this wrong, she won an Academy Award for Best Actress in a supporting role for My Cousin Vinny. I would venture to say that particular year, there wasn't a whole lot of competition. And again, nothing against Marissa Tomei. Did I say she's hot? Yes, I did. And nothing against her at all, but it wasn't like it was a cinematic masterpiece. Okay, let's keep that in mind. I did catch one flaw. And I remember catching this several years ago, and I caught it again today. And once I say this, you may never want to watch the movie again, or maybe you do to catch it. So, if you know the movie, I'm not, and if you haven't seen it by now, it's been out for 30 years. So, if you've been busy, sorry, I'm going to make a spoiler for you here. Vinny keeps giving the the judge, different names that he practices under, and he gives excuses for why. And he finally tells him Vincent LaGuardia Gambini is his first name. And then when the judge says he hasn't found anybody by that name that practices law in New York State, he says, no, I practice under a different name. It's Jerry Gallo. Well, come to find out, Jerry Gallo, he gave him that name because it was all over the newspapers. And he figured it give him give the judge a wild goose chase for the name. Well, the reason the guy's all over the newspapers, as he found out, is because Jerry Gallo is dead. That's why. So when the judge says, hey, you're dead, he says, well, I'm not Jerry Gallo. I'm Jerry Callo with a C. And judge says, all right, we'll figure this out. So the next scene is during a trial now. This is during a trial, and they break for lunch. So Vinny is at the restaurant trying to figure out how he's going to win this case. And Marissa Tomei, hot, shows up and says, what can I do to help? And he says, nothing. They get in a fight. She storms out. Then later, he wants her to testify. You have to see it because she's an automotive savant and can do all kinds of stuff. So then when he goes out to try to find her because they're still in a fight, because he wants her to be a witness at the last second, he pulls her off of a payphone and drags her into the courtroom. They end up winning the case, blah, 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 and they're leaving. And as they're leaving, the final shot is them two in the car, Vinny and Marissa Tomei, who I can't remember what her name is in the movie is. Mona Lisa Vito. That's right, Mona Lisa Vito. See, they're driving away, and he says, how did that judge think that Jerry Callo with the C has an impressive record? Because he gets a fax from the clerk's office in New York City, that he being the judge gets a fax from a clerk's office in New York City saying that this Jerry Callo has an impressive record. Marissa says she knows somebody at the clerk's office as well, so she phoned in a favor. Vinny never did tell her he used the name Jerry Callo. Never told her. So how would she know that's the name he used? He never told her. So there you go. See, think about that for a little bit. If you've watched the movie, pay attention to that. He never told her his name was Jerry Callo. All right. Interesting. But there's a lot of good back and forth conversation. They are over the top with their New York accents, especially when he calls them a Utes. Your Honor, these two Utes. Your Honor says, these two, what? He goes, what's a Ute? Ute. These two Utes. These two youths. These two Utes. What's a Ute? I think the Utah College, Utah University, I think they're called a Utah. Yeah, Brenda, I know it could have been edited out. I know it could have been, but it's an important detail to leave in. And that's a very important detail to leave in, because you're going to find people like me who are sticklers about continuity. Continuity, that was a word I was looking for last night. Continuity. The sticklers for continuity like that to catch it. All right. Oh man, that could be a new segment on this. Continuity mistakes in movies. Oh man, that's brilliant. I'm telling you, I can do this. Oh yeah. Yeah. So the movie The Rock with Nicolas Cage and James Bond guy. What's his name? Yeah, there's a big one in there that it just to this day, every time I watch it, I just cringe because it bugs the bejeebers out of me. So, yeah, maybe we'll do that. Okay. So where were we? All right, that was the movies. So we're over here. Oop. Sorry. Look at that. I guess that's pretty loud. Over here. So we're at the movies. We just did movies way up there. The movies, current events. Nah, I'm not going to get in current events today. Weird stuff. This is what I wanted to get into. Do something different today. Because and I don't know. Hey, and now CM Punk is on. All right, my dude, CM Punk. There you go. In Punk we trust, baby. If you don't know who CM Punk is, you should. All right. Hey, for those tuning in, this is Popcorn and Whiskey Saturday night. Thanks for being here. I am Andrew. I am the face who runs the place. Okay. So cheers. Here we go. Okay. So I've been doing a lot of this, and it's a time waster. I shouldn't be doing it, but I do it, and more people are doing it. That's why it's getting more and more popular. A lot of people do the reels. I don't know if it's Instagram has reels, I'm sure. Facebook has reels. YouTube has reels. I like YouTube reels better than Facebook, just for the fact that I can scroll away and it doesn't stop. And that's just it. So what we're going to do is we're going to, and this may be a total flop. This is a new bit I'm going to try. These are called bits. And if you listen to the radio program Lex and Terry, like I do, they try different bits all the time for the radio. Most of them are pretty successful. A few of them fail, and they're more hysterical when they fail. So, but it's all authentic because it's all live, and they don't like to pre-tape anything, and neither do I. I mean, a couple of things, of course, you almost have to, but I'm not going to do any pre-taping here. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pop onto YouTube. We're going to go through and do the reels. Okay. So let me do my present screen over here. And with my commentary, that is, with the reels, with my commentary. All right. I got to come over here and do that. Okay. So here we go. And if I don't like it, I'm not going to stay with it. It's just that simple.
In part one, I chopped my wood and used my...
Okay. All right. What is this all about?
Now I got a guy and it's...
Okay. Everybody, I've been seeing these all over the place. What is this dance all about? What is this craze all about?
name's Dooley. He's my guy and I love him truly. He's not good looking, heaven knows, but I'm wild about his crazy clothes. He wears tan shoes with pink shoelaces, a polka dot vest, and man, oh man, he wears tan shoes with pink shoelaces and a big Panama with a purple hat band.
Okay, so if anybody can explain to me what that's all about, where does that song come from, and why is this a trend? What is this all about? I've been seeing it more.
I wanted to impress those girls, but I got a surprise.
I like it.
Tony, you should buy your sister a house. All right. So for the
I thought my Kodiak was pretty cool, right? One of my dream trucks.
All right,
But wait,
bitch.
Mustang Sally.
Remember when I debated those crazy liberals on Vice?
These are some everyday items that you're probably using wrong.
This ought to be good.
So this tray beneath your oven is not used to store pans and baking sheets. It's actually meant to keep food warm after you take it out of the oven. The order in which you put items in the blender will drastically affect the way your smoothie blends.
Okay, I don't believe that one. Okay, let me back up. Drastically affect the way your smoothie blends. Okay, I thought he said tastes. No, he said blends. Okay, I'll give him that one.
It should go liquids, powders, and then solids last to optimize for the blade. Bananas should be peeled like this, right? Wrong. Bananas are actually meant to be peeled the other way to get rid of those stringy bits. This is how monkeys do it. It may be tempting to flick this off or leave it untouched, but a soda's tab is actually meant for a straw to be put in it so it doesn't move around too much.
What? I've never heard that, but who drinks a can of soda with a straw? Okay, well, most guys don't, or can of beer with a straw. Most guys don't. Maybe ladies do, but guys don't.
Much. This isn't just a spoon for pasta. The hole in the middle is actually meant to represent.
Okay. Why? I can't control the volume that's come. Oh, can I? I didn't. I thought I can control the volume of what's coming through. I'm sure I can somehow. I wonder if I can. Let me see if I can control this volume here. Hold on a second. Hello. No. That's not it. Okay. Whoops. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, he just crashed.
Crashed that plane?
Oh,
Oh, nuts. Oh! He just ejected himself. Holy moly.
oh.
Wow. Okay, next.
Well, clearly Hulk Hogan is the biggest name, or was the biggest
Very
name in
different,
our
though.
sport.
Very different than the greatest.
The Nature
Huh?
Boy.
Very different thing than saying who's the
Yeah,
greatest.
I'm getting to that.
Let's see what
We had two different job descriptions. Hulk was a bigger than life star with New York in the 80s.
Okay, for those who don't know, Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, probably the best in-ring performer of all time. And if you haven't seen his documentary, I highly suggest to watch his documentary. Okay, so this is from 2002. Apparently, he's talking about Hogan. Here we go.
He was the flagship that WWF sent around the world, and he was a hugely popular star. He will look at you and tell you that if it came to skills, he would put me in a different light than he puts himself. But you can't take anything away. He was the flagship. He led the way. He worked 350 days just like I did.
Right.
He may have been on a Learjet more often than I was than driving on the road. But, my job was to go into an arena that might have 2,000 people, might have 500,
Right.
and wrestle the best guy that territory had for an hour. Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to tell the story, but I witnessed it. But Desert Inn is where the win is now. Carrie and Norman walk in, and he goes, "Hey, come watch
I don't want to.
Regardless of the consequences, you know that you're going to do it
Let's
anyway.
get to the jump. Here we go. This is Robbie Cleveland. For your youngsters out there, this is Robbie Knievel. His dad, Evil Knievel, was a big dude or big deal in the 70s. And so when I was a little kid still. And every kid, when they had a bicycle, they wanted to jump like Evil Knievel. That was just part of it.
And so CJ wants to put trash bags and stuff in my crab pots. I got one of these growing animals. Says it grows 600 times
Not
bigger.
interested.
So I check into my hotel room and immediately see.
Not interested.
No.
Not interested.
South Carolina.
Oh. Another jump. Holy moly. These dudes on the skateboards are wild. Okay.
Holy.
Okay. Another one. Okay, again, it's moving coming.
Now I got a guy and his name's Julie. He's my guy and I love him truly. He's not good looking. Heaven knows, but I'm wild about his crazy clothes. He wears tan shoes with pink shoelaces, a polka dot vest and man, oh man, he wears tan shoes with pink shoelaces and a big.
Okay. This is what? Indy 500 final turn. We're looking for final turn Indy 2.
This is why there's so many things, and there's a mask. What the cup?
What are you doing? Your family don't love you. You missing. No one go find you. You know my God invited this. I will put you in a vitamin for my tomato, my dream man. I want in you, Tico.
All right, that's a fake accent.
My skin very.
nowhere else in the world outside of Muslim North African.
So if breakfast is included in your hotel
Heike.
reservations,
I
it's
interviewed
still
Heike Yates.
possible
I love Heike.
to eat
She's
healthy
great.
with a higher end of protein.
Love Heike. No way. No way. Just in time. Look at that. Wow, that is pretty cool. Look at that.
Because modern preamps are so high quality, you can create professional sounding results with even.
Okay, Brenda says she can barely hear me over the reels. Yeah, I got to figure out how to get those lower. So, all right, we'll have to work on that, and we'll do it another time. All right, come over there. But you're right. Yeah, my commentary was fantastic, probably the best you've ever heard, but you couldn't hear me. Okay, so anyway, so that's what's going on with the reels. So that's going to be a new segment, and I would say give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on that segment for the new bit. But I got to get the audio working properly. Somehow it's like it's called a mix minus or something like that, where it comes back through the mixer, but I don't know how to control that volume. I thought I can control it via the computer, but I have to do it through the mixer. So I got to figure that one out. Okay. Something for another day, little by little. All right. So what else we have? We have current events, weird stuff, fitness and health, personal, coffee and drinks. Okay. For those who are joining us now, if you didn't know this already, I'm going to put this up there. Whoop. Where is it at? There it is. You can buy me a drink. That's right. Want to buy me a drink? Head over to andrewpoletto.com/drink. That's right. You can buy me a drink, whether it's a coffee or what have you. It's a site I stumbled onto. It's called coffee.com. Matter of fact, a lady I interviewed a few weeks ago, Amanda, what is it? Amanda Olajars, who was a fun interview, by the way. And you know what I'll do? I'll show you guys some of the interviews that I did. She was a fun interview. She told me about that site, so I went over to check that out, and there I was. I got hooked up with it, and it's been great. So you can do all kinds of things there. So andrewpoletto.com/drink. All right, up there. Okay, Shorts Live Podcast playlists. Okay. All right. So let me share the screen again. Come over here. Okay. Now I'm going to take you behind the scenes a little bit. This is my YouTube channel, Andrew Fit Over 50. Yep. Because I am over 50 and I show people how to stay fit over 50. The playlists that I have, health and fitness hacks. Wait a second. This is linked videos. Easy to follow health and fitness hacks. Tips. Health and fitness hacks. Oh, here we go. Easy to follow health and fitness tips. And it's going to be supposed to be from professionals. All right. So if you look over here on this side, and don't worry about me over there, these are all the different interviews I've done. And each one of them is on a different topic on health and fitness. And no, it's just not people showing you how to lift weights, all kinds of stuff. Like Beyond the Gym with Dana Banjo. She's phenomenal. She overcame cancer. Oh, she's fantastic. $1 Million Body with Nate Palmer. Easy to follow steps to and simplify everything. Great. Mr. Strict. Oh, he was good. Former military dude. He'll get you pumped up. If you want to work out, he's the workout guy to go for. Let's see, Not the Norm. Natural Alternatives. It's a Calisthenics Kings. Who else do I have on here? Crush Your Cravings with Vicki Griffith. She was good. Sit Less. Author Dr. Stefan Zavlin. He wrote a book about how to sit less and be healthier. That's right. It's pretty good. We had a fun time with that interview. Highly, highly, highly encourage you to check it out. Brenda, you put in personal. I guess I don't know what you mean by personal. Okay. Why exercise is crucial to prevention and recovery. See, so my job as an interviewer is to have the interviewee talk about different things. Do personal. Oh, on my list over here. Oh, down there. You want me to do personal? Huh. All right. Give me a topic to go into. Oh, this is going to be opening it up. Okay. All right. So, all right. Enough health and fitness. Okay. I get it. Enough health and fitness. No worries. Yeah, right here. Boom. Okay. Put me back over there. All right. You want me to talk about personal? What do you want me to talk about? I'll let you decide on the topic and if it's something I want to tackle or not at this point. I know with you, Brenda, I might be opening myself up to something I don't want to discuss. So we'll see how it goes at this point. And so do personal. Yeah, I have it on there because personal is going to get into like the personal is in like the tech stuff and business stuff. I do need to, speaking of business, because I have a couple different things in the works as well, not just with popcorn and whiskey, but as I already talked about, I do top fitness strategies, and I have something called a Transact card. It is a credit card. Excuse me, it's a debit card. It's a Visa debit card where it will match you dollar for dollar on what you spend with it. And then you can take that, it's called Z-Bucks. You can take that along with your regular money and literally pay for stuff using the dollars that they already gave you. It is very unique. It's a very brand new concept. I'm just getting started with it. There's different levels. You can just get the card or you can build a business. So if that's something you're interested in, yes, I know, Brenda, I put it up there. So if it's something you're interested in, let me know. And one of these days, after it gets up and running a little more, it's going to be a sponsor for the show. All right, just to let you know, it will be a sponsor for the show. So that's what's going on. So right now I'm looking for some sort of name for my business. Up until now, and I haven't utilized it a whole lot, I call it Paletto Productions, but it doesn't flow off of the tongue like I want it to. So we'll see what happens. All right, personal. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put personal with health and fitness here. First of all, hey, see my Puma shirt? St. Joseph's College Pumas. There you go, St. Joseph's College. All right, my Pouncing Pumas, and also my Puma hat. I refuse to wear another college colors. Sorry, just won't. My alma mater. Excuse me. All right, you know what it's time for? Time for a drink. All right. Brenda, oh my God, I don't know. All right, you put it up there. Yes, I know I put it up there. All right. So come July, which is in a week, I think a week from today is July 2nd. No, week from today is July 1st. I don't know. What is a week from today? Let me look real quick. A week from today is July 1st. Okay, so on July 1st, a week from today, brand new month, I am contemplating starting some sort of fitness challenge or workout challenge or eating challenge, and for folks up there. And I know the fitness aspect of challenges, maybe not the whole audience who listens to me can do. So for instance, if I say do 100 push-ups a day, I'm not certain everybody can do that. Would it be a challenge for some of them? Yeah. And I'll take my mom for instance, and she would love to try it, but there's no way she's going to do 100 push-ups a day. If she does 10 push-ups on the wall, even, she's doing great. And I challenge, put my mom against any person her age. She is extremely physically fit compared to other people her age. But when it comes to push-ups, maybe not. We can do sit-ups possibly, or we can do just workouts in general. Maybe walking so many steps per day. That's an idea. Walking so many steps a day. Or something that I'm a huge fan of is drinking water every day. Do a gallon of water a day for the entire month of July. That's an idea, huh? And I will tell you, I've done that before, drinking a gallon of water a day for 30 days. That is something. I mean, at first, and here's how it went. The first, let's just call it week, especially the first few days. I mean, you better be close to a bathroom. That's all I got to tell you. I mean, it was constant in and out, in and out, in and out. About a week into it, your body started to understand it and started to absorb the water more, and the bathroom visits were less frequent, which was good. Then by week 2, you almost started craving the water. At the end of week 2, starting week 3, I felt so much more energy, and I slept so much better. I mean, you talk about a sound sleep and a nice hard REM sleep. Wow. So, and then the fourth week was just simple. I mean, you just keep doing it. And just out of sheer laziness is when I stopped doing it. I just got tired of filling up the jug all the time. I did not carry around a gallon jug or a half-gallon jug. I had a water bottle I had to fill up, I don't know, like 7 times, 8 times every day. And I always lost track of it. I think I was too lazy or too cheap to go buy a bigger one. But I've been watching a lot of videos on this gallon of water a day. And also the benefit, the weight loss benefits are huge with this one. I'm not saying you're going to lose a ton of weight. I'm just saying that there will be some weight loss involved with it. And right away, people think, well, it's because your body's flushing out all the bad stuff. Yeah, I would somewhat agree with that. But more importantly, is because you're drinking so much water, you're not putting you're not drinking any of the bad stuff, the soda pops, the alcohol, the extra coffee or anything like that. You're not drinking that because you're so focused on drinking the water. That's why I think there is a weight loss factor involved with it. Is it going to be huge? Probably not. Everybody, I don't want to say everybody because I'm sure there's a few out there. Almost everyone that I've watched that has done a video or has done a progression of the 30-day water challenge, it has had positive results from it. I've actually also talked to, I shouldn't say I've talked to them. I would hey, that's an idea. I could get them for a video. Put them up there and talk to somebody who has, wait a second. This is bugging me. There we go. Okay. Who has done a water fast. In other words, they drink nothing but water for 7 days, 14 days, 30 days. No food, no nothing, just water. And it always intrigued me because I saw a documentary several years ago. And I wish I could remember the name of the documentary, but it was one of them off-channel documentaries I happened to stumble across. And so I watched this. And it was some guy who was sick all the time. And because of his illness, they put him into some like psycho-type ward. Back when that was the norm, back when before we had modern medicine and everything else. And he wouldn't eat. He just wanted to drink water. That was it. So the doctors gave up on trying to force feed him or give him food. They say, you know what? If he wants to do this, he's psycho anyway. We'll let him do it. He started drinking water and only water for a long period of time. Nothing, no food, nothing else. whatever disease he had on the inside of him, he cured himself. It was wild. I mean, and again, I don't remember all the particulars about it. I don't remember all the details about it, but it was wild. So I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but the personal stuff. So yeah, the personal stuff, let's do a challenge. And if you're my listeners, Brenda, Felicia, there you go. Let's do a challenge. All right. I challenge you to drink a gallon of water a day for 30 days and tell me what you do. Tell me how you feel starting a week from today. All right. You know what? Watch this. Watch this. I don't just have whiskey here. I also have water here. Look at this. So there you go. See, I already got a head start on you there. So, all right. Maybe another time I'll get into personal stuff as in dating, as in what I do during the day, maybe what I do to entertain myself outside of the house. Now I have I'm in a position where I'm taking care of about 5 acres of land, and I'm drinking one now. I do all day. Okay, Brenda, fantastic. Do you know how much you drink? I want to test you. Drink a gallon of water a day for 30 days and see what happens there. Oh, Die Hard is on. No, this isn't Die Hard. Oh, this is Rush Hour 2. Okay, there you go. Had the same kind of font as Die Hard. There you go. Okay, Brenda, so there you go. Water now. I'm drinking one now. I'm drinking one now. I do all day. Water now. Good for you, Brenda. All right, and so we'll start that next week. All right, and also next week I will get into my dating life. Maybe not so much my dating life, but I'll tell you about some past dates. That should be fun. Some past dates that I had. Oh my word. I have had some doozies. It was to the point when I lived in Indianapolis. This was all through the 90s. I'll tell you this one. It was to the point, and I kid you not, that my buddies I hung out with wanted to literally give applications to the girls I went out with because they were all fucking psycho. Absolutely. I had so many psychopath women that I went out with. It was ungodly. Holy moly. There was one. Okay. I will tell you this. Oh, geez. I can't believe I'm telling this story. Honestly, I don't even remember how we met. I think we lived in the same apartment complex. And at the time, it was a brand new gated place. And you had to use a swipe card to swipe it and go in and everything else. And she was ahead of me, or I was ahead of her, or something like that. And I remember, hey, she looks pretty cute. I'm going to follow her to apartment. And this was before the Me Too and the people were not big on stalking and everything. I mean, we lived in the same apartment complex. So I followed her to her apartment, and I said hello to her, introduced myself, and she got out of her car, or I got out of my car before she did, or however it was. It was very non-threatening type of thing. So we decided to go out a few days later, and I went to pick her up, and I said hello, and went out to a restaurant. And I'm not a dinner movie guy, because I don't think you can do anything or get very detailed orientated when you're watching a movie. I just don't think it's a very good date. So I'm sure we went out to eat somewhere. I had a couple of drinks somewhere. I'm sure that's what happened. But I realized that I wasn't talking. She was doing all the talking. And when I say all the talking, I mean, this bitch wouldn't shut up. She would not shut up. And I'll leave it at that and continue the story next week, because the second and third time we went out, this was, I'm going to tell you this and you won't believe it. I wish I would have had documentation of this, but I'm going to tell you what happened. You will not Believe it. Okay. That was one of the dates. A couple other dates I had. Gee whiz. This was throughout the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, this was something else. And then also had some Florida times. And Brenda, you probably don't even know. Well, of course you don't know. We didn't hang out much outside of karaoke places. You probably knew about Karen, the girl I was out with at Banditos, but other than that, you probably didn't know half the girls I hung out with or went out with. That's a whole different ball game there as well. Anyway, so there you go. So we cover everything over here. Let's see. Cover the movies, current events. We did the YouTube stuff. Weird stuff. We didn't get any weird stuff. I was going to talk about Bigfoot tonight. We'll save Bigfoot for another time as well. Got into health and fitness a little bit. Personal. We'll get more and more about that later on. And we talked about the coffee and drink. Again, if you want to buy me a coffee, andrewpoletto.com/drink. Buy me a drink. Absolutely. I'm looking here, and so far, no one bought me a drink. Oh, well. You guys know that the phone number works now, and which is cool. You can call that CC and Track. What is that all about? I don't know. But Brenda, you're into ghost hunting. That scares the bejeebers out of me. Hell no, I'm not doing ghost hunting. I can't watch those ghost shows. I am petrified going to bed. Hell no, I'm not watching those things. No way. I do have a ghost story for you though. All right. You have a lot of the gear they use. Oh, Brenda. Please call in. Please call me. And let's talk about this. Oh my gosh, this ought to be great. This is great content. You have a lot of gear they use. I gotta know. All right, here. All right, oh man, you're killing me here. You can't just throw that up there. There. You can't just throw that up there and not talk about it. So you need to call me next time. You're killing me. You're not going to be on video, just like Felicia did. You call the number and talk. You're killing me. You're killing me. All right, but I'm going to hold you to it. Next time, I'm actually going to promote it. I said my friend Brenda's going to call in, and we're going to talk about ghost hunting. So there you go. Okay. So I'll tell you what, for the time being now, I'm going to stop it. Wait a second here. Banners. I'm going to stop the popcorn and whiskey. Well, maybe not. Maybe. Uh-oh. What'd I do? Okay. There we go. Let's see here. What else can we talk about tonight? Because I was on a podcast last week. And I think it's going to be released any day now. And this is a guy who talks about the 80s, growing up in the 80s, which him and I are the same age, and we both graduated in the same year of high school. And so he gets people on to talk about their high school experience, different stories about high school. And oh, that's somebody else has asked me to be on a podcast. Oh, that's great. But okay, I have to get into that. All right. So let me get to it here. The podcast is called Schools Out 80s Comedy Story Time with John Sansoni, guest Andrew Poletto, me. He's going to have a new episode up. He hasn't said when yet. And he has links to last month's podcast. So John Sansoni, I will promote it on my page and everything else. And we had a fun time. We talked for about an hour or so. We talked about some stories from when we were back in the 80s. Now, I didn't have nearly as many as I thought I would from high school. At least I couldn't remember any, because he wanted more into the dating / drinking stories. And I was a little goody two shoes and a little nerd in high school. So I didn't really have a whole lot of stories to tell. But after in college and after high school, that's when my story started. So yeah, I told a few stories about that. That was all right. I honestly didn't think that I fit in with what he was looking for. I didn't think it was all that great. He thought it was fantastic. So I guess you're your own worst critic. So we'll see how it works when he does it, when he posts it. But it was a fun time. We had a great time. I'm here on my set, and of course on my studio, which I'm liking. I'm really digging my studio, different aspects of it, and I just need to start increasing the business. Oh, speaking of that, I said earlier, I need help with a business name. Like I said, I used Paletto Productions up until now. The flow just doesn't fit. I don't know if I want to keep productions into it or the word media into it or something, because I'm going to be including this podcast. I'm going to be including the Top Fitness Strategies, the Transact card, I should say. I don't want to say trans card because not with all the trans stuff going on. I wish I would have called it something else. And my voiceover work. I'm going to incorporate all 4 of those into one banner, so to speak, one name, if you will. So I need to come up with a good name for it. So if anybody can help me out, come up with a decent name. It doesn't have to be my name or anything like that. Just help me out. And I don't know if, and if Brenda or Felicia, if you're still listening, I don't know if it's better to go with like an LLC when you incorporate, or if it's better to do a sole proprietorship or what have you. So Felicia, since you're like, Miss Bigwig Mary Kay, maybe you can help me out with that one. So since you know what's more about that stuff than I do at this point, because right now the way I file my taxes, I just put everything individual in this, and it's not very efficient at all. And since I'm throwing in that Transact card, since I'm throwing that in there, it's going to be multifaceted. When I was doing Uber, that was something. I have Uber stories I can tell. I'll put that in their personal Uber stories. And what else was I going to talk about here? There were a couple of karaoke places, and I just saw your name, Brenda, and that's we know each other through karaoke, and now through here, and people watching, listening. Brenda is a phenomenal singer, great voice, and easy on the eyes as well. So, but anyway, there was a karaoke place somebody advertised tonight going on, and I was thinking, I might go to that afterwards. I'm like, no. Do I want to drive there, change clothes, go over, drive there? And I'm one of the older guys at this point, and it's on campus where ISU is. ISU is Indiana State University. It's in the heart of the campus. There's going to be all kinds of college kids there. Do I want to subject myself to that? No. It's easiest to drink a little more, eat some popcorn, and chill out here. There's also a wine festival going on locally, which I didn't know about until about a half hour before showtime here. So yeah, doing this on a Saturday night hinders social time. That's why I'm going to start doing it during the week as well, but not that I have a whole lot of social stuff going on. And it's not because I'm not able to. It's because I choose not to. I just don't want to go out anywhere. I take it back. I don't mind going out. I just don't want to drive back afterwards. That's just it. Like, you know what? I got to drive back afterwards. Why? Especially if going to karaoke. When I go by myself now, because the places I used to go, especially when I was in Inglewood, I knew a lot of people, and then when I moved up back here up to Clinton, I started going to a couple of places where I started being friends with the KJ. And for those who don't know the lingo, the KJ stands for karaoke jockey. That's right. Taking Uber. Brenda, if you knew where I lived, there are no Ubers that come out to me. I did Uber in this town for about a year, and I had my Uber app on as I'm sitting in the house before I leave to go to the bigger cities for a couple hours just to see if I get anybody that would, it's called ping. They got a ping. In the entire year and a half that I did Uber, one ride in my town. One. I live in a very small town. Nobody does anywhere to go anywhere. Now, there's a couple of weekends where we have the one is called the Little Italy Festival here in town, where people are offering rides to other people left and right. So which is good. I'm sure Uber would have came in handy that weekend, but I was always working at one of the events or one of the booths or cooking spaghetti at the for the Lions Club, which last year I think I cooked over 200 pounds of spaghetti. Oh yeah, I have a lot of paschetti, as Bugs Bunny says, a lot of paschetti. So I'll be cooking it again this year, and we're going to be doing things a lot differently because of some road construction going on. So that weekend, I heard people who are not in the Uber business were actually soliciting rides for drunks, and they were making a killing. So I already had a commitment going, but I'm sure if I would have had my Uber app on, I would have been getting ping left and right, and I would have made some fat cash that weekend around here. But no, buy a house, there's no Uber. No, sorry. There just isn't. Okay. I wish there were. But again, it still doesn't eliminate the problem. And it's not because I'm drinking that I want to come home. It's just because I don't want to drive home afterwards. Because you're sitting there by yourself, maybe talking to a couple of people that you don't know. And now because of my age, and this is not an excuse, it's just a fact of life. Because of my age, most of the folks that are out doing karaoke are a lot younger, especially in the later hours. We have nothing in common. And it's hard to talk to them and carry on a conversation outside of, hey, you sounded pretty good or something like that, because they listen to and sing completely different music than I do. And most of them are half drunk, if not all the way drunk to begin with. So the guy I used to go visit all the time, the KJ, his wife and a couple of her friends they're always there as well. So they see me come in, and she always wanted me to sit at her table, which was fine. We all got along great, and it was like a like the Banditos thing. Once you get to know them, everyone jokes around and everybody has a fun time, and we get to joke around and just play around with each other. And I knew the KJ, and him and I became pretty good. I would say best of buddies. But he would for the first 6 months. This was funny. I used to go to the same place. He was there all the time, and I used to go up and wave at him, and he waved me over. He's like, "Come here." He said, "What's your name again?" I'm like, "Dude, it's been 6 months. How do you not know my name?" I said, "If I was blonde with big boobs, you know my name." He goes, "Well, hell yes, I would, but you're not. So tell me your name." So, but he doesn't do it anymore. He had some health issues, and so he's no longer doing that. We had a good time. It was always fun with those guys. And even to this day, if he ever does it anywhere, I'd go over there and hang out with his wife and her friends, and we'd have a good time with it. But that's just the nature of the beast, the way life goes. I mean, when you live, it was like going from Inglewood to Port Charlotte. For Brenda, if that to go to any kind of place that had any kind of activities. Is that how you remember me? Brenda, I remember you in several ways, babes. We will just leave it at that. Oh, if we can go back in time 10, 15 years, Brenda, We will just leave it at that. All right. Oh, my good friend Brenda. We had some good times. We had a lot of fun times there. Too bad we gotta get old. What's that? What's that line? The line from the movie for? Too bad we gotta get old. Do tell what? Do tell how I remember you. I remember you as being the sweetest person around, the best singer in the place, one of the most attractive ladies in the place. Let's see here. What else I want to say about all this? See, attractive, great singer, and I'm pleading the fifth on a few other things. Oh, Brenda, you want to get me in trouble here? I'll only talk about it if you call me, and that's it. So you got to call me sometime, and we'll talk. And once we talk live, so there you go. I look uncomfortable. You're not going to box me into a corner there, Toots. And so you want to get more info out of me, you got to call. That's right. So we'll put this on the back burner. We'll go that route. Oh man, we can have fun with this one because two can play at this game. Oh man, I won't even. No, I'm not. I will save it for when you call. I'm sure we can both make each other blush. I bet we can. And we'll leave it at that. So, hey, a little bit off topic, just a tad. Is a DJ Delicious still doing karaoke over at Banditos? Do you know? And Bandito, that's the place where the guy got his arm ripped off by the alligator, isn't it? The idiot, the drunk guy did whatever. I didn't even know there was a swamp or a lake back there behind the place. So, but I think Jen still does it over there, but I don't know. The last time I was in Inglewood, I didn't go. I went to the White Elephant in the karaoke. I saw Warren was there, his wife, and what the heck was her name? And she is, but I haven't been there in over 5 years. Yeah, I think the last time I was there was maybe 5 years ago as well. It had to have been when I went to visit. I went there, and it's not because I don't like it. Roxanne, yeah. I met. This was over the summer. No, it was last winter. I think it was when I was there for the week. I went to the White Elephant. I was so ticked off. Now, Warren was there and his wife, and Roxanne and her husband were there. So I was hanging out with them, and I went and put my name in, and a girl sang twice after I got my name. I went through the whole rotation. There's a good 20 singers. I'm thinking, okay, I'm next. And she went again. They started rotation again. I walked up to the guy. I said, "Did you forget me?" He goes, "Oh, no, you're coming up in just a few." I'm like, you know what? You can kiss my ass at that point. I am not playing this game anymore. I was there for a good hour and a half, 2 hours waiting. Nope. So I didn't bother staying. I paid for my drink and I left. I'm not. Sorry. I was at one place in not in Inglewood. I was in, where was I? Let me think about it here. Maitland, Florida, which is just outside of Orlando. I was working a job over there, and it was in an Applebee's. Well, they had karaoke. I'm like, oh, this will be fun. Put my name in. One singer sang 3 times before I even got to sing. So I went up to the dude. I'm like, did you forget me? He goes, no, but I got to take care of my regulars first. I'm like, huh? I say, do you not go on a regular rotation? He goes, yeah, but my regulars are always first. I'm like, you know what? At this point, I am not playing this game again. And there's other places I went to which were great, were fantastic. But you always remember the bad ones, unfortunately. And I think I told you guys in the past about one of my competitions I was in. For whatever reason, I don't do well at competitions. Just playing around and having fun. I did that because around here, I was telling you, I befriended KJ Jamie, and I sat with his wife all the time and their friends. So one night, there's like 3 or 4 singers only, and we were the only ones in the whole bar. But he had to stay till like 1 a.m. He says, "Okay, we're all going to try something different." He says, "You got to sing your opposite gender. You got to sing songs from your opposite gender." So there were 2 girls and 2 guys singing. It was funny. Girls can pull it off because girls can sing guy songs better than guys can sing girl songs. It's just a fact. If you've been to karaoke, you know this. But I tell you, I can rock some of that Blondie. The Tide is High. Oh, yeah. Some Benatar. Yeah, buddy. I was rocking Benatar. I was rocking some Blondie. Go-Go's, not so much. Lopper, not so much. But we were trying it. It was one of those fun nights where you just try singing different songs and challenge yourself. And you know you're gonna blow it. You know you're gonna be horrible. But it's part of the fun. That's what it's all about. I remember in Banditos, the first night I tried the songs called "We All Die Young" by Steel Dragon, from the movie Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg and Jennifer Aniston. Great movie, by the way. Anyway, I tried that for the first time, and as soon as the song started, Brenda, I see her husband. He's at the bar. He goes, "Yeah, Steel Dragon!" He lifted his drink from the bar. I said, "Somebody else knows who Steel Dragons are." It's great, and some of those notes, it's kind of high, and I don't know why that's a vivid memory, but it is. It was so funny. "Yeah, Steel Dragon!" So great movie, by the way. I might have to watch that again. Something. Love that. You loved it too. I remember when it came out. Here's a story. I was going out with a girl in Indianapolis, and we didn't want to go out one night. We were both just going to hang out and watch movies. This was when Blockbuster was still around, before you had any kind of online stuff. So we went to Blockbuster, couldn't find a movie, and this movie Rockstar was in the $1 movies. I said, "It's $1." And I said, "Let's go for it." I fell in love with the movie. It was fantastic. I actually bought the DVD the next day. Oh yeah, so I own it somewhere. The DVD, but it's a great movie. Absolutely. The music was fantastic. Loved it. Hey, speaking of that, America's Got Talent. They have a group called Steel Panther that performed a few weeks ago. Never heard them before, but they performed. They were great. Man, I can't wait for them to come back. It's going to be, I hope they rock the house. I'd like to see them go to the finals. And I guess a lot of people love them. And I think, Brenda, I think you told me that you've seen them before, or something. Okay, somebody says, "Hey Pops, greetings from Brazil." Can we discuss about legalized weed? Okay. All right, we can discuss about legalized weed. It's illegal in the state I'm in. I don't know what you want to discuss about here. And Brenda, you heard them in the 80s and you saw them on the show. Yeah, they were great. So, okay, I don't know how to pronounce your name, dude. It's Perseog 91. Perseog 91. Can we discuss about legalized weed? Again, I am the first to tell you, never tried weed in any way, shape, or form. Never have put a cigarette to my mouth. Never have put an unlit cigarette to my mouth. Have no idea you can call me Pears. Okay, Pears, great. I know nothing about weed. I'm not against it. I just don't partake in it. As of right this second, in the state I live, Indiana, it is illegal to sell And as far as I know, it's illegal to have weed. I don't want to put myself in a position where I might get arrested or picked up or pulled over or something, and to have it even on my the smoke in my clothing at all. So I know nothing about weed. And again, I'm not. If you partake in it, great, fantastic, more power to you. Is there a difference between alcohol and weed? Possibly. But Jim has it legally for phantom pain. I know several people that do that as well. I know several people that have legalized weed for phantom pain. I think, thankfully, I'm not in that position where it needs to be prescribed to me for anything. So I really can't discuss the legalities of it. I'd love to have you on if you want to talk about it there, Pers. And we can talk more. If you want to give me a call, or we can talk about it and go from there. But weed is, because I was talking with somebody, we were at his house drinking one night, we're talking about the weed, about weed. And he says, when it boils down to it, he says, we can both be here smoking a joint instead of drinking a glass of wine, drinking a beer. And ultimately, it might have the same effect. The one's no better than the other, which I'd have to agree. I guess there's some arguments that would even call for the weed is healthier than alcohol. Hence what Brenda just said about Jim, her husband Jim. Jim has it legally for phantom pain. I guess you can say alcohol helps cure the phantom pain as well, but in a different kind of way, and it's not good when you come out of it, so to speak. So there you go with the weed. Yeah, weed is way different than alcohol. Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying that if you smoke a joint or you drink 2 or 3 beers and you're on the road, I guess I have to preface that. That's what I'm talking about. Should you be behind the wheel with either one of them? No, you shouldn't. It's not safe to do to do any of them. So that's what I'm saying here. But is there a difference health-wise, medical wise? Yeah. Although there's a lot of doctors out there that says drink a glass of wine a day. So there you go. Yeah, but I've never partaken with weed. Never have. And at this point in my life, probably never will, hopefully. Again, I'm not against it. It's just not something I want to get involved with. That's the last thing I need is to be around somebody smoking it and then get pulled over. Now, I have been to a Jimmy Buffett concert where a joint was being passed down the aisle, and it gets to me and I pass it on. I didn't partake with it at all. That was different. I have been at parties where people wanted to partake with the weed. I was over at a young lady's house about a year ago. More than a year ago. And actually, it was all innocent at first. It was innocent the whole time. We were talking business-related stuff, and it was actually a Friday night. And after we got done talking business-related stuff, she looks at me, she goes, "Do you get high?" And I said, "Nope." She goes, "Do you mind if I do?" I said, "It's your place. I can't stop you from doing it." She goes, "What would your reaction be?" I said, "I'd probably leave if you did. No offense, but I just don't want to be around it." And I said it in a very respectful way. And out of respect for me, she waited until I left. And then she doped up because she even told me, she sent me a message when I got home. And she goes, "Oh, yeah. Yeah, you left, it got high." Okay, great, fantastic. I'm glad I wasn't around it. So, I mean, I'm at the point now where I can't even be in places where it has cigarette smoke. I mean, I will literally, when I park my car in the garage, I will take off all my clothes in the garage. Yes, I'll be the streaker running through the house. Take off all my clothes in the garage, leave them out there so I don't bring the smoky smell in my house. And the next day, even if it's 1,000 degrees below outside, I will hang my clothes out on the porch on a hanger to air them out. So I don't even want to put them in the washer full of smoky stuff. And there is a bar I go to occasionally around here that they have great filtration system, but still there's so much smoke going on. People, I think I'm one of the only ones that smoke. Oh, let's see that. Okay, Brenda, you got to call in. No, got to call in, and maybe we will. We can talk about that. No, I think I might be scaring some people off. So, which reminds me, starting next week with the water thing. Also, I'm debating whether to start another round of P90X. And if you never heard of P90X, this will be a debate for next, or a talk for next week as well. The P90X is an at-home workout program that is fantastic, but there's also a program that I follow. It's called DDP Yoga, which I highly, highly, highly encourage anybody to try. If you want to get in great shape, DDP Yoga, low impact, high intensity. It ain't your mama's yoga. I just leave it at that. I mean, if you don't know what it is, look it up. DDP Yoga. Fantastic. Brenda, do you watch On Patrol live? No, I don't. But there was one of those shows, and I don't remember which one it was. It used to be on A&E, where this was so stupid. The town I'm close to is called Terre Haute, Indiana. That's where Indiana State University is. They were going to have one of those live cop shows film over there. It was all set to go. The contract with the TV, the city agreed with it. People in the city started a petition. They were in arms and uproars going on about this thing. We don't want people to see how corrupt and bad our city is. Really? Yeah, we do. We want the whole world to see it, so more and more people can get a clue of what's going on, if you ask me. And so, and some of the arguments were, what if I see one of my relatives on there? That was an argument. Yeah, I might see one of my relatives on there. Oh my gosh, that's the mentality of some of the people around here. And it's sad. I mean, we're talking. There's areas of the of that town, which is why I used to do Uber. That's why I have several Uber stories. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'll stop it here. I've been rambling for a while, but next week, Brenda, you want to call? You're gonna call in. You said next week, so be prepared. You're gonna call in, and we'll talk. So, and we'll have different topics, and maybe I'll have the volume worked out before then, and we'll go from there. Okay. So let me get up here, do my stuff. Felicia, if you're still watching and still listening, thank you so much. Thanks for calling in and being the guinea pig for it. And I know how that works, and it's fantastic. Cheers. So until next time, this is Andrew, the face who runs the place. I'll stop it here. Popcorn and whiskey Saturday night. So until next time, ciao.